Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Iris, and today's Friday, Veterans Day. And right off the bat, I just want to thank those of you that are watching this that have served or are serving right now. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys stepping up and taking that oath and defending the country near and far. Thank you from myself and my family and my friends. They've also shown their appreciation to me, which it's kind of weird when people say, thank you for your service and all that. But, at the same time, a little deep down inside, you get a little bit of pride and you kind of puff out your chest a little bit because you are a little bit different than just like a normal, citizen. You kind of stepped up, you took an oath, you volunteered for it. And some of us have seen action and some of us haven't. However, that's not really up to you. So it's not your fault if you didn't get in any, and it's not your fault if you did. It's decisions made by others, but you stood up and you were going to take it no matter what. So thank you. I appreciate it. So let me get right into the video. I was going to do, you guys that have been following me for a little bit, you kind of know that I was going to do the Infinite Warfare review in kind of like 4 parts. I'm going to end it here at 3 because I don't think another part really is warranted, and I'll go into a little bit about why. I think that I've gotten as much gameplay as I need to get to kind of figure out how the game is. I don't think I need to wait for another patch. I don't think I need to wait for a big update or anything like that, or DLC. I mean, I kind of got a good idea about how it's going to play. So real quick, the gameplay in the background is on that map Frontier. Such a weird map. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. In this particular game, for some reason, I did pretty well. I would say I did take a lot of deaths, but at the end of the match, when I saw how many kills I had, it kind of surprised me because as I was playing, I didn't think I got that many kills. So if you guys could read in the title, you'll kind of understand how many kills I got, but it didn't feel like I got that many, although I did take a lot of deaths because I was running around quite a bit. I'm using the ERAD, and I like this gun, hipfire, and for the Type 2, I gotta say the Type 2 is probably going to be my favorite gun until I unlock something else that feels better to me. But so far, the ERAD, if I kind of want to run around and gun, and I use the Type 2 for pretty much any other occasion. So let's go back to the first beta weekend. There was a lot of issues. Everybody knows about it. You've seen the videos. You've experienced it yourself. You know exactly what I was talking about in that video. Fast forward to the second weekend, same thing. We've all been through it. We knew it. Played a little bit better towards the end. Everybody that had questions about it seemed to get a little bit level of comfort on what was going to come on the day of the launch. So now launch day comes, and now we're a week after it, and I gotta say the game is playing good for me. I know there's people out there who still have connection and lag issues, and I'm not saying I don't experience anything ever, because there are times where I will get shot around a corner, or somebody will appear where they really weren't when I was looking at them. For me, I don't really think of those as a big deal because it's a video game. Shit like that's gonna happen. When you really think about the technology behind it and what happens from the moment you actually press a button to what happens to what the other person is seeing, it's really kind of cool. So little things like that really don't bother me. Issues with the actual game itself, I have less of them now, I have to say, because I'm getting used to a lot of the maps. I'm getting used to the gameplay. I think the community player base is kind of settling into how they're going to play. So you can kind of guess where people are going to be now. You kind of know which routes people are taking. Depending on different game modes, you know what people are going to do. I've been playing a lot of hardcore defender, at least until they put kill confirmed into the playlist, which I don't understand why it's not there. I can't think of a reason why. Maybe they don't think it's popular enough, but it kind of sucks. Why would you take it out? But I'm not really a TDM guy because I don't go, I'm not a high KD guy, things like that. And Defender kind of just fits how I want to play the game. So I've been playing a lot of that. So I kind of get used to where people are going to take the ball and things like that. And for the most part, the colors seem a little bit better. I don't know if anybody's noticed it. Obviously, in my gameplay here that you're watching, I've done some color correcting. But as you're playing the game, it kind of looks a little bit better. A little bit, I would say, here and there, some colors are popping a little bit better than what they did way back at the beta and the second beta. But I'm liking the game. I'm liking it more and more. I know there's people out there that still, you don't want to buy the game, you want no part of it. And listen, man, that's cool. That's your decision. I get it, just because I can, and I play it because I can. I do have other games that I am going to be playing. So if you guys aren't going to be playing Infinite Warfare, I've got Battlefield 1, I've got Titanfall 2, which are both great games. So I have no problem jumping into those games with you guys. Modern Warfare Remastered, COD 4, I still have not played it, and I think I've tweeted out why, and I've made comments on some of your guys' videos as to why. I'm waiting for it to calm down a bit. I want to enjoy the experience because I have such a nostalgic feeling for COD 4. I don't want to go in and deal with a lot of bullshit when I go in for my first game or first time playing. So I'm going to let it calm down for a little bit, let the kids get in there, have their fun, jump out, and then hopefully by the time I get in, it'll be, a lot more, I would say, a veteran, on Veterans Day, a more veteran player base that I'll be playing. And I don't want to say playing the right way, but playing the way that I remember. Now, I know it's not going to be how we remember. I know it's going to look great. Things like that. But the way that people play have adjusted so much since then. I'm sure it's not going to play like I remember. But I just kind of want to just not deal with people trying to jump around in 360 no scope and all that shit. So I'm sure you guys can understand that. So anyway, back to Infinite Warfare. Listen, it's playing good. I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. I gotta say, I had a rough time up to level 18, but once I unlocked Ghost, dramatic game change. Started going positive in my games, started being able to flank and run routes that I wanted to without getting seen. I have to say, I like Ghost to work when you're moving only. However, since it's not that way, I'm gonna use it to my advantage. So I'm gonna, make a stealthy class with Silencer and with Ghost, and I'm gonna play it that way. It kind of doesn't make sense why they changed it, but they did, and I just gotta run with it that way. But now that I've unlocked it, I'm playing a lot better. I feel a lot more confident going into gun battles or going into certain routes where I know that people aren't going to be looking for me, and it's playing pretty well. And one heads up, I want to let you guys know, on Genesis, there's like that little area like in the middle. There's a glitch where somebody can get on top of there and shoot down on you. I know Great Disciple mentioned it in one of his uploads, and I experienced it myself. There was a guy that went like 67-0, and for some reason, whenever I ran by a certain area, I saw the tracer rounds or the reflections, and I'm getting hit by above. Couldn't understand it. I went sneaking around, and I kind of peeked around a corner looking up at that area, and sure enough, I saw a guy up there shooting down. So just a heads up. And obviously playing in hardcore, I don't have the luxury of the having the kill cam, and that's probably why that person was doing it in hardcore. But if you guys are playing on Genesis, just watch that little middle area, that little kind of, I don't even know what it is, a newsstand, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about. You guys probably seen it or experienced it yourself. But little things like that are going to happen. People are going to find spots to jump into places. It happens with every game. And I've got to say, in the recent Call of Duties, each developer has done a pretty good job on, you guys remember Splash. Developers have done a pretty good job on seeking those out through the community, finding them and fixing them rather quickly. So I really haven't had any issues like that. But I'm enjoying the game. You guys see me on, hit me up. Sometimes I'll log in offline or whatever, but I'll send a tweet out if I'm playing so you guys know. And I'm going to let this play out in the background. Listen, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Hope you have a great time. If you see a vet, thank a vet. If you are a vet, thank you. And that's about it. I'm going to let it play out. You guys listen to the music, watch the gameplay.